everyone. What we're going to be doing today is we are going to be drawing fish. And we are going to make these fish out of three basic shapes: a square, a triangle, and a circle. So how we're going to do this is we're going to sit down at a table. We need a flat table to put our paper on top of. We're going to be using some white paper, a pencil, a marker, and crayons. And you need to ask permission if you can use the marker. Some markers that might be at your house might not be the best to use, so you need to ask permission. So you can use a pencil and a crayon, that would be fine too. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we are going to be working on those basic shapes. We're going to be drawing some squares and some triangles and some circles. And once we have those masters, we are going to turn those shapes into fish. And the fish are going to have gills and tails and fins and a little mouth and an eye, and we can put them in a fishbowl or we can put them in the ocean, and we can color them all different kinds of crazy colors. Fish come in so many colors, and you guys can color them any way you want. Okay, so we're going to get started. This will be fun. Okay, everybody, we are going to start making our fish. So we're going to start out by practicing our square, triangle, and circle shapes. So when you make a square, you're drawing two lines, and then a top line and a bottom line. So you do two straight lines, and then you connect them by a top line and a bottom line. Okay, we'll do it one more time and I'll do it slower. You do two lines, and then you're going to connect it with a top line and a bottom line. Okay, pretty easy. Now a triangle is a little complicated. It's a slanted line, and a slanted line, and then a bottom line. So it's a slanted line, and a bottom line. We'll do it one more time. A slanted line, and a bottom line. And then our next shape is a circle. And a circle, you just start at the top and bring your pen back to meet it. So you do a big one, start at the top, come all the way around, and meet it. So start at the top, go all the way around, and meet it, just like that. Now when we make these fish, we're going to be tipping on its side the square and the triangle. And what I mean by that is we want the square to look like this. You do a line and a line, and then you connect them by two more lines. So that is that. This square is this square, but it's just on its side. So now it sort of looks like a diamond. So what you do is you do a diagonal line and a diagonal line, and then you connect those two lines. So that's your shape for the fish. And then you're going to do the same thing with these triangles. You're going to do, like, you can put a dot right there, and then you do a diagonal line and a diagonal line, and then you connect them with a straight line. So you can put a dot and then a diagonal line and a diagonal line and a straight line. And that's what you're going to be doing for your fish. So now we're going to create a fish, okay? Now remember, if I'm going too fast, pause the video and then catch up and then turn it back on and we'll start again. You can start again, okay? So I'm getting a fresh piece of paper and I am going to make my fish. So I'm going to put my fish down here because I want to put my fish in a fish bowl. So I'm going to start drawing my fish down at the bottom of the paper. And I'm going to start with the square fish. So I'm going to do that, the square that's on its side, I'm going to do a diagonal line and a diagonal line and a straight line and a straight line to connect them. And then I'm going to do a triangle, and I'm going to put the triangle maybe up here. I'm going to do that dot, and then a diagonal line, and a diagonal line, and then I'm going to straight line to meet them. And then I'm going to do a circle. Now, you would never know that those were going to turn into be a fish, but they are. So now what I want you to do is on your square fish that now looks like a diamond, you're going to be drawing a line like that, a little curved line, and then you're going to give it a little eye and a little happy smile. And then he's going to have a fin up here, and you just draw a straight line, and then a little curl, and then a straight line down. And then for his bottom fin, you do a straight line like that, and another straight line, and then you just kind of make a zigzag and meet him. And then he's got to have a fin that comes off of this gill right here. So that is a straight line, and then a zigzag, and then a straight line to meet it. And then a fish has to have a tail. So I do a diagonal line and a diagonal line, and then I do a curved line. And look, there's a fish. Now for the triangle fish, we do the same thing. We make the gill, and then an eye, and then a smiling face, and then we need to do a fin, and maybe a little fin down here, and then you can do a tail, and you can do a diagonal line, and a diagonal line, and then a zigzag. And there's your little fish. Now for the round fish, you do a gill, an eyeball, a happy face, happy smile. The top fin, you can do a curved line, and then you can just go ding, ding, like that. And then he's got to have a bottom fin. Do it just like you did the other two fish, a little line, and then sort of a zigzag. And then this tail can go like that, diagonal line, a diagonal line, and then a big curved line to meet those. And then he can have a little fin off his gill too. So now you've got 3 fish, and you need to put your fish in a bowl. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a big half circle like that. And maybe it should even come up a little bit further like that. And then I'm going to do a curved line that comes over to this other part of the bowl. And then when you look at a bowl like this, it also has a back rim. So I'm going to add the back rim to that. And then it needs to have a water line. So I'm going to draw a water line right there. And I think this fishbowl should have rocks in the bottom. So I'm just going to draw some little circles like this. Sort of like, kind of looks like rocks sitting there. Some big rocks and some little rocks and another little rock, maybe another little rock. And then fish always have bubbles. So I'm going to draw some little bubbles like that. And then this fishbowl, really, it needs to be sitting on a table, so I'm going to draw a straight line behind it. And remember, don't go all the way across. You want the table line to be behind the fishbowl. So if you go all the way across, you're going to be marking off your fishbowl. And then you can decorate the wall behind it any way you want. You could put a bunch of dots all over. You could put circles, you could put hearts. I'm just going to put some dots right now. It could be sitting on a wooden table, So you could do a wooden table like this that you could color brown, or a light tan maybe if you had a light colored table. See, these are like a wooden table right here, like that. And then you can color it, and I think we're done. I'll show you one that I colored, just so you could see how I was coloring my fish. Here's one that I colored. Now, one thing I really think is so fun about crayons is this is a whole bunch of different colored blues together, and I even took some yellow and went over the blue a little bit, and then I just made the fish some fun colors. And I didn't, when I did this one, I didn't do the dots in the background. I just wanted to show you one way to color, but you could color it any way you wanted. And you could even put your fish in the ocean and not put them in a bowl. You could just do a line like this. I'll show you. When you've got your fish drawn down there, you could just go like this. And your fish could be down here, and this could be the ocean. And you could put a sun up here. The fish are swimming in the water with the sun outside. And there you go. So that was fun. Thank you.